Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to basketball.
Fresh floral arrangements created right here in Mangum are the hallmark of the owners, Darlene Bach and Darla Haley at Flowers Unlimited. Remember, fresh flowers are a very personal, special gift that is so cherished when delivered for birthdays and anniversaries. She might say you shouldn't have, but she'll be delighted you did. Flowers Unlimited. Call the local number 580-782-2122 in Mangum.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where
Classic Hits 97.7. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to basketball as we get ready for a boys elimination contest. It's Elimination Thursday from the Pioneer Event Center on the campus of Southwestern Oklahoma State University. We get ready for Carnegie and Mangum in a boys elimination contest. The winner will come back and play tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. They get the winner of tonight's 8 o'clock ball game between the Hobart Bearcats and the Vanasse Wolves. One game in the books already. Hollis jumped out to an early 11-0 lead against Rush Springs. It was 4:35 in the first before Rush Springs scored. Rush Springs came back and led after 3. Hollis, though, got the Alasia Stewart show in action in the fourth period of play, and Hollis will win it 45-40. They will advance and play tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 against the winner of our 6:30 ball game, which will come up later between the Mangum Lady Tigers and the Lady Blue Devils of Cordell. This is a rematch. This boys game is a rematch of a contest that took place back on January the 4th, 79-72, and that one Carnegie won it. It was the first ball game that Mangum was playing without Jamison Richardson, Joey D'Angelo, and Tyler Toyakoya, the big powers in that ball game. D'Angelo outside scored 29 for the Wildcats. Toyakoya had his way inside as he poured in 20. Gerald Tockefer added 15, and again, 79-72, the final score there. In the contest, big night for Colton Laughlin. He poured in 25, and there were, 16 in the ballgame for Trey Dickey and 12 for Brett Perry. So, a season on the brink, essentially, for you here this afternoon as Mangum and Carnegie get ready to play again for the second time this year on Classic Hits 97.7. Pleasure to have you alongside on what is still a very cold Thursday afternoon. I know when I got here at about, it was about 1:45 or so, the brisk walk did occur into the Pioneer Event Center, and it's a little bit chilly inside the building as well. It will heat up in about a minute and a half. We get set from Mangum and Carnegie. It's Elimination Thursday. We're live and in living color here on Classic Hits 97.7.
buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
Friends, you need to take care of your eyes. Have regular checkups. Make an appointment with Dr. Michael Geiger, Geiger Eye Care in Altus, and now there's a Geiger Eye Care in Frederick. Dr. Michael Geiger and Sons, Seth and Bryce, well, they're good at what they do, so get your eyes checked. Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick, proud to support Southwest Oklahoma youth in sports, in the classroom, in the showroom, whatever. That's Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick, Mike, Seth, and Bryce Geiger, 580-482-1756.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details.
Okay, apparently when you hit S in the middle of the commercial, it stops it automatically. Wow. All right, so there you go. But this is like our 40th game of the year. We're just, okay, I got you. I'm ready to go. We get set for Mangum and Carnegie in a boys elimination contest. Thanks for dropping by and saying hello here on Classic Hits 97.7 on OKSports.tv and also on our Facebook page. Mangum will be the visitors here this afternoon as Dylan and I get ready to bring it to you, and it is a pleasure indeed. We hope that you will enjoy your afternoon on Classic Hits 97.7 and on Facebook and also on OKSports.tv. Jill Travis Nippert tuning in and checking it out as well. Trey Dickey will get the start this afternoon for head coach Chad Hussey and the Mangum Tigers. He'll be joined by Brett Perry. Did they call him Brad when they introduced him? It sounded like they did. Colton Laughlin will get the start this afternoon. He'll be joined by Jet McAlexander and also Brooks Cross. So it's Dickey, Perry, and Laughlin, McAlexander, and Cross, the starting five here this afternoon for the Mangum Tigers as we play on the final day in February. Kristen Gail Pineda, she likes the idea that Dylan and I are courtside. We like that idea as well. So Mangum gets ready for the Wildcats of Carnegie. Peter McKay says there's dead spots. Well, sometimes we don't talk the whole time, Peter, but thank you. If it gets worse than that, let us know if you're listening over the air or along the internet. Starting five for Kurt Graham and the Carnegie Wildcats in their home white uniforms with the red and black trim. They'll go with Joey D'Angelo and Gerald Tockefer. They'll be joined by Christian Piwo, Tristan Hanta, and Tyler Toyokoya. Not only are we live on Classic Hits 97.7's Facebook, but also on 107 The Zone's Facebook as well. I think we're even on 1420 KTJ. We could be everywhere. Yeah, who knows? We get ready for this one. It should be a lot of fun. And again, you win, you keep playing, you lose, and you are done. So we look forward to this. Also getting underway down there in Oklahoma City, the Duke Tigers, as they play in the Class B state tournaments, quarterfinal Thursday afternoon. Dad says he'll try to fix it for us while we're talking. We look forward to that. And Peter McKay says, you're dead. All right, thank you, Peter. We appreciate that. So Mangum will work on the right end of your listening device and or viewing device in the first half of play. Obviously, Carnegie goes in the opposite direction. And we always talk about it being cliche, but, here you go. By the way, Amy Brown enjoying our courtside seats. And we do have courtside seats, Amy, you're right. They've got us on the big screen at work, so we're on the big screen there in Cordell. The opening tap going to be controlled by Mangum. We are underway. Thank you for joining us on Classic Hits 97.7 and everywhere else we might be this afternoon. Quarter number one brought to you by Stockman's Bank. Little give and go to Laughlin over the top. Colton inside. He'll spin. Shoot over Toyokoya. Shot doesn't go. Rebounded by Laughlin. Colton the second time, and he got that one to go down. Colton Laughlin. So Laughlin, who had 25 in the first meeting, gets the first two of the ball game, and Mangum with the early lead. Full court pressure defense. Easily broken, though, by Joey D'Angelo into the front court. He'll come to Tockefer, and Tockefer now going to slow things down. Up top, D'Angelo. And again, he had 29 in the first meeting between these two. D'Angelo can get it done from outside. He also has the ability to get up and down the floor. By the way, speaking of being in state-run facilities, they'll go backdoor here as Tristan Hanta scores the first two of the ball game for Carnegie. They've got us on at the Jackson County Health Department as well. Deanne and crew down there checking out the ball game as Perry goes inside, misses the shot, and the rebound taken away by Toyokoya. Quickly into the front court, he will get it, back down Cross, gets the double team. Hanta takes it out top. 6:45 left here in quarter number one. Peter McKay says, other than sounding dead, you sound great. Keep up the good work. Toyokoya inside. Big fella puts up the shot, doesn't get it to go. And the ball lost out of bounds. And they sent it off of Jet McAlexander. So it'll still be Carnegie basketball. First of 3 today and tonight, and it's a pleasure to have you alongside. Always a good place to be, the Pioneer Event Center. Inbounds pass, near side, comes to Toyakoya. Hanta has it out top, goes back to Toyakoya inside, and you can count those two. Tyler gets it that deep inside. Nobody will be able to stop him. He's a runaway freight train. Actually, it's a 4-2 ball game. Carnegie on top by a pair. 6:20 left in the first quarter of play. Cross outside, won't take the three. Hands it off to Brett. Perry, right side, leaves it for Laughlin. Follow-away jumper for 3, doesn't get it to go. Rebound cleared off by D'Angelo. Joey wants to run. Across the timeline, nobody picks him up. He'll drive all the way down the floor, lay it up with the left hand and score. Joey D'Angelo. Little Mexican defense there for Mangum. Olay. Cross now back the other way. He'll get stripped, loses the ball out of bounds, and it'll be Carnegie with the basketball. Thought maybe Chad Hussey would take a timeout there, but instead he just wants the triangle defense. By the way, we love the Hawaiian theme Mangum crowd to the left. Toyakoya in the front court. He'll dribble, drive, give up the dribble. Now lower his shoulder, put up the shot. Doesn't get it to go, and Brooks Cross will clear off the rebound. When we got a break in the action, we'll have Dylan get you a shot of the Hawaiian-themed kids over there. I need a lay. Come on! 3-ball fired up. Dickey and Trey will knock it down. Dickey will make it a 5-4 or a 6-5 ball game. Mangum trailing by 1. Full court pressure defense. Hanta comes into the front court. He'll go to Tockefer. Tockefer into the front court. Toyakoya left side. Give, go, glass, and got it. Tristan Hanta. Hanta only had 2 in the first meeting, 4 already here, and with 5:10 left in the first, it's an 8-5 ball game. Perry loses the ball, bodies all over the place, and finally Hanta will make the play from his backside. Hair on fire time early on for both ball clubs. The lead 3, 8-5, 4:55 left in the first quarter of play. D'Angelo fires 3, in and out, didn't get it to go. Brooks Cross with the rebound. He'll come to Perry, and Brett coming across the timeline. Brett threw the ball away. Good hands that time by Hanta. Tristan back the other way now. He'll dribble, drive, put it up over Cross. Couldn't get it to go. D'Angelo there for the putback. That's Tockefer instead. First 2 of the ball game for Gerald Tockefer, 10-5, and Mangum going to have to slow things down. And, yeah, Chad gets a timeout right here, and he needs one. 4:27 left in the first. Carnegie 10 and Mangum 5, and we're back in 30 on Classic Hits 97.7.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
4:27 left in the first quarter of play. Carnegie 10, Mangum 5. First timeout taken by the Tigers here in quarter number 1, being brought to you by our good friends over there at the Stockman's Bank. Well, coming out of the timeout, substitution now for Kirk Graham and Carnegie, as we'll see Taylor Martin for the first time this afternoon. Got some wetness out on the floor. Have to clean that one up. By the way, Russell listening into the broadcast over there at the Jackson County Health Department. We hope we've got it turned up loud enough that Russell could hear. Still cleaning up that water across the way. Toyakoya to inbound the ball. He will. D'Angelo makes the catch. Joey picked up by a couple of defenders in the backcourt. There's a steal by Laughlin. Colton, cross court. McAlexander lays it up and in. First 2 of the ball game for Jet. Good defense that time by Mangum. 2-man trap here on the near side. They'll try it again. That time D'Angelo got rid of the basketball. He'll find Martin in the front court and reset it now to Joey. 4 minutes left in the first period of play. Substitution for Mangum as McAlexander, we told you, coming into the ball game now. Henry Lopez into the ball game for Brett Perry. D'Angelo deep 3. That's Steph Curry land. Front of the iron. Didn't get it to go. Trey with a rebound. He'll run it out to Cross. Brooks 2-on-2. Fast break. Kicks left side. That's Henry Lopez getting grabbed on the arm. Nice move by Henry. Check the foul here on Carnegie. And they've called it on Tristan Hanta. That'll be the first on Hanta. And team foul number 1 called on Carnegie. 3:46 left in the first. Wildcats on top 10-7. Inbounds pass caught by Laughlin. Colton Out behind the arc, Hanta on him. He'll hand it off to McAlexander. Jet dribble, drive, kick, left side. Cross for three, in and out, didn't get it to go. Hanta with a rebound as he knocked over Jet McAlexander. That is one thing about this Carnegie team. They are, Olivia Newton-John, physical. Let's get physical. 3:25 left in the first. Hanta outside. Looking for a cutter inside, but instead it'll be Martin on the wing. Throws it out to D'Angelo for three. Front of the iron, doesn't get it to go. Laughlin with the rebound, and here comes Mangum. Down by three, 10-7. Good hands by D'Angelo across the way. He'll slap the pass from McAlexander, intended for Lopez, out of bounds. Austin Willis is coming to the ball game as well. Toya Koya going to come back in, and what you're talking about, Willis, will set down very quickly. Thanks to all of you checking in on Facebook and text messages and everything else. Good to know that you're out there and checking it out on Classic Hits 97.7 and all of our other Facebook properties. McAlexander for a couple, didn't get it to go. And the rebound going to be taken away by Martin. Boy, a lot of physicalness going on there. We told you it would be. And Martin will bring it into the front court. Gives up the dribble, comes near side to Tockefer. Gerald to Hanta. Tristan picked up by McAlexander. Gives up the dribble, needs some help. He'll find D'Angelo out on the wing. Now they'll reset to Gerald Tockefer. Tockefer back to Hanta. Underneath the basket, they'll go to the big fella. He'll get double teamed. Kicks over the top, and they try to go inside to Martin. Ball tip free. McAlexander going to come up with a loose basketball. Mangum with numbers. Jet dribble, drive, lost the ball, got it back, and then had it swatted out of bounds, and it went off of his body as he went out of bounds. That one just doomed from the beginning. Never could get a handle on it. Put a fork in it. You're done! 2:33 left in the first. Quickly, here comes Martin back the other way. Taylor for Carnegie. Double teamed on the near side. Tries to give her the ball. Does. Wraparound pass. Wide open underneath the basket for an easy two. Gerald Tockefer. Well, when you overplay on the defense like that, you can look pretty silly when you leave somebody wide open underneath the basket. And indeed, Mangum did. That'll make it 12-7. 2:10 left here in the first. Off the bounce, here comes Dickey. Trey high off the window, and the shot goes down for Dickey. Dickey, as we mentioned, 16 in the first meeting between these two. He's got 5 early on. 12-9 at the 2-minute mark. Carnegie on top by 3. Pressure. Hanta picks up the basketball, then loses it in the backcourt. Scoops it into the front court. D'Angelo there. Joey now here on the near side to Martin. He'll get double teamed. In trouble. Finds Hanta around. He'll go to Tockefer. Puts up the shot. Got it to go. And Gerald will go to the free throw line for an old-fashioned 3. Mangum working their tails off defensively, but they've been beat inside on a couple of occasions. Jet McAlexander going to pick up the personal. And on that Jet, that'll be his first. And team foul number 1 called on Mangum. 3-point opportunity here for Gerald Tockefer. Brett Perry back in, and setting down will be Trey Dickey. 3-point opportunity is good for Gerald Tockefer. As we mentioned, Tockefer with only he had 15 in the first meeting, but he's already got 7 here through the first quarter. 15-9. Mangum down by 6. Perry near side cross. Brooks goes on the baseline. Wraparound shot goes. Good job that time. Challenging Toya Koya inside. Brooks will make it 15-11. $1:25 left in quarter number 1. Middle of the floor, that's Martin. He'll dribble and penetrate. Taylor all the way to the glass, and a little bounce pass. McAlexander will intercept and tip it to Henry. Good job by Jet that time defensively. Quickly into the front court. Not a good pass there by Mangum. Taken away by Martin. Out in front, he's got Hanta. Tristan lays it up and in. Bodies all over the place. Hanta not getting up. Boy, Hanta went down hard. A Mangum defender fell on top of him, and Tristan still down on the floor. While they tend to him, give the audience at home a check of the Mangum kids in their Hawaiian shirts and their leis. I love it. It's good stuff. It's quality. Somebody needs me, but we got Mangum coming up at 6:30. Somebody that's coming to the game, bring us a lei. Dylan needs one too. Yeah, we're ready. Martin going to set down. Hanta will stay in. Christian Piwo will come back in as well for Carnegie. They lead by 6. 17-11, 1:05 and a running in the first quarter of play. Here comes Chet McAlexander. A ferocious first quarter defensively for Mangum, yet they trail by a half a dozen. Jet giving up the dribble, looks middle of the floor. Here's Henry, and he walked prior to the pass. Yeah. Late whistle there, or maybe we didn't hear it. It is certainly loud down on the floor. And the turnover going to give it back now to Carnegie. Substitutions as well, setting down his Cross and McAlexander, and into the ball game. Trey Dickey, and into the first time this afternoon, Leighton Ketchum. And like this by Chad Hussey, trying to keep his starters from getting a cheap foul here. Hanta going to go inside. He'll challenge, get fouled, and go to the line to shoot two. Going to get a foul on. I think they called it. Yeah, they did. Leighton Ketchum. That'll be the first on Ketchum, 2 on Mangum. Leighton thought there was a walk. I don't know that he wasn't just absolutely inaccurate about that as well, but the call will go against him instead. So Hanta shoots 2. Tristan's first one, front of the iron, doesn't go. He'll get one more. Hanta, who only scored a couple of points in the first meeting between these two ball clubs, has 6 already. He'll get one more here. Second one on the way for Tristan is good. So Hanta, 1 of 2. And the lead now 7, 18-11. We roll here, 35 seconds left in quarter number 1. Mangum needing a bucket before the end of the period. Lopez give and go from Laughlin, and he'll lay it up and in. Good move there by Lopez off the give and go from from Laughlin. 18-13, middle of the floor. D'Angelo, diagonal pass comes here on the near side and caught by Tockenford. Monica Villarreal Cox checking it out here on Classic Hits 97.7. Cheryl Southall James says go Tigers. Lisa Wilson checking it out as well, and they see Tristan Hanta score 2 more inside. Nobody picked up Hanta, and a steal and a bucket with 1.5 left in the first quarter of play by Christian Piwo. And it finished in to period number 1. Suddenly it's a 22-13 ball game, and Piwo can make it a 10-point lead at the end of 1. Ketchum will set down. That was his second foul of the afternoon. Team foul number 3 called on Mangum. Piwo hits the shot. And we will go to period number 2 with Carnegie on top, 23-13. 23-13 at the end of 1. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Steve Martin support high school sports. Mickey and Steve offer insurance for property, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Phone 580-782-3827.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors. The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night. Or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see.
All right, it'll be Wildcat basketball to begin the second period of play. They work in their home white uniforms with the red numerals, red and black trim. Joey D'Angelo getting the inbounds pass from Christian Piwo. He's out there along with Tyler Tockenford. And also getting the start in period number 2 will be Gerald Tockenford and Taylor Martin for Carnegie. Check the defense for Mangum as the 3-ball dialed up right side. Joey D'Angelo knocking it down. D'Angelo with 5 in the ball game. Henry Lopez into the front court, tries to answer. Deep 3 there, not a good shot. Unable to grab the rebound as Brooks Cross. So it's Cross along with Lopez, Trey Dickey, Brett Perry, and the final member of that 5, Colton Laughlin. Laughlin with 5 in the first quarter, or rather Dickey with 5 in the first quarter to lead the way for Mangum offensively. Martin into the front court here. Taylor for Carnegie gets double teamed. Now he'll put it on the floor, split a couple of defenders. Bounce pass near side, layup good. Foul called. Tockenford has 9 and a chance at 10. Check the whistle. Brooks Cross has picked up his first. That'll be team foul number 4 called on Mangum. Just tuning in, Hollis beating Rush Springs in a girls game, 45-40. Hollis advancing, playing tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 against the winner of our 6:30 ball game between Cordell and Mangum. Free throw up in. Gerald Tockenford now in double digits. He's got 10, and the lead has grown to 16, 29-13. Mangum trailing, 7:22 left in the first half of play. Tigers got to find a little composure right now. Last time they played, they went into triple overtime against Snyder. That was Saturday afternoon over at Apache. At the free throw line cross, he'll come here to Perry. Brett gets bumped, and a foul will be called, a little touch foul there on Christian Piwo. That'll be the first on Piwo, and team foul number 2 on Carnegie. You know, I'm kind of like Christian. I mean, kind of like, yeah, come on, man. We banged one another harder than that. Are you kidding me? Inbounds pass caught by Laughlin. They're doing a good job of keeping the ball away from him. Dickey going to go inside. Trey's shot from blank range. Won't go down. And climbing high to get the rebound, Tristan Hanta. Hanta with a baseball pass over the top, too tall. Joey D'Angelo not going to be able to track that one down. And Mangum will get it back. David Gordon says, let's go Tigers. Storm the boards! B.R. Stover and Denise Short saying, come on Tigers as well. Mangum trailing 29-13, 6:52 left in the first half of play. There's a steal and a run out. D'Angelo, Joey, dribble, drive, left hand, shot goes in. Joey D'Angelo. Timeout going to be taken by Chad Hussey. We take one as well. 31-13, Mangum trails, 6:44 left in the half. Classic Hits 97.7.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night, or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Well, Mangum has used both of their 30-second timeouts as they trail here 31-19, 6:40 left in the first half of play. Charlie Patrick says, let's go Mangum. Tristan Stumbling Bear, get him Carnegie. So we've got some Carnegie fans checking us out on Facebook Live at oksports.tv as well. Good to have you folks alongside. As 56 people have checked in to watch. There's a shot by McAlexander that won't go down. And the rebound going to be taken away by the Wildcats. They want to run, but D'Angelo will slow things down. Joey into the front court. He'll come here on the near side of Piwo. Christian on the baseline to Hanta. Back out top now to Gerald Tockefer. Tockefer to Hanta on the baseline. Wraparound pass back to Tockefer. Glass, and Gerald has 2 more. Gerald Tockefer now with a dozen in the ball game. And at the 6-minute mark of period number 2, Mangum suddenly down by 20. It's 33-13. Out high, you'll find Brooks Cross, and Cross going to get grabbed on the arm. A hold will be called out high on Tristan Hanta. Hanta doesn't like the call, but it's his second. And number 3 called on Carnegie. Substitutions now. Trey Dickey will come in. We'll see Jordan Patrick for the first time this afternoon. Sitting down will be McAlexander, Lopez, and also taking a seat will be Brooks Cross. Check that. Cross going to stay in there. Shot put up by Laughlin, no good. Rebound Patrick. Lamar James is coming to the ball game. James dribble, drive, splits the defenders, puts it up, and can't get it to go down. Oh, what a great move, and he just didn't finish it. Back the other way now, Carnegie in a heartbeat. Joey D'Angelo in traffic around James. He'll put up the shot from 10, and it goes. Joey D'Angelo. D'Angelo 7 in the period, 9 of the ball game. 35-13. Mangum trailing, 5:20 left in the first half of play. Jordan Patrick for 3, right side, doesn't get it to go. Flat-footed rebound, cleared off by Carnegie. It's Hanta out front. He'll go to Tockefer. Gerald back up top to Christian Piwo. Piwo underneath the basket to Tyler Tockefer. Toya Koya going to get fouled. As I believe it's going to go against Colton Laughlin. That's a pretty good move there by Toya Koya on Laughlin. That'll be his first, and team foul number 5 on Mangum. So at the free throw line, Tyler Toya-Koya, who had 20 in the first meeting, 3 so far for the Wildcats. First for Toya-Koya, rolls in. Tyler will get 1 more. Now, I was talking to somebody earlier this week talking about Carnegie, and they made the comment, they're so right. The Wildcat team is about as fundamental as a basketball team as you will find. We've watched Kurt Graham coach for a long time, and his kids always do things fundamentally correct. Second free throw up and in for Toya-Koya. He's got 5, and the lead now 37-13. Dickey puts up the shot, not going to count. He walked. Trey working hard, but took the extra step on the little spin move, the little do-si-do. Swing your partner round and round, kick her in the butt, and knock her down. That's my Bugs Bunny coming out in me. You can find that on YouTube, I'm sure. 4:50 left in the first half of play. Mangum on the short end of the scoreboard. Pewo in the corner. Christian playing catch over the top. Now they'll find Martin at the right elbow. Taylor checking in at that last dead ball. Toya Koya going to go inside. Tyler off the window. Shot doesn't go down. Jordan Patrick with a rebound. Well, Leighton Ketchum got knocked to the floor. Slow to get up, and he just now gets back into the field of play. Ketchum came in at the last dead ball as well. Lamar James inside again. His shot won't fall down. Blocking out, grabbing the rebound. Tristan Hansa. Hansa will come to Pewo, and Christian will slow things down into the front court. At the free throw line, Toya Koya. Tyler back out top to Pewo. Good ball movement by the Wildcats. Again, it's a hallmark of Kurt Graham's team. They will play catch a lot before taking a shot. How about the hands inside there by Lamar James as he got a piece of that ball. Now it's going to be taken away by Dickey and company. Trey out front. He'll get fouled and go to the line to shoot two. Good foul there by Christian Pewo, as Pewo was not going to give Dickey anything easy there. Foul on Christian going to be his second, and team foul number 5 called against Carnegie. Just their 4th. So Dickey will go to the line to shoot a couple here. Mangum trailing 37-13. Still looking for their first points of quarter number 2. Trey at the line. Dickey, first one, spins in and out. Trey will get one more. That's the first free throw of the ball game for Mangum as well. Joey D'Angelo going to come back into the ball game now for the Wildcats. And I think they bring Andrew Cano in too, don't they? Yeah. Cano is checked into the ball game. Second free throw, no good. So back the other way comes Cano and company. Andrew with his first touch. He found in the corner Takaford. Gerald back up top at a reset now. Deanne K. McSpirit checking us out. And checks out Tyler Toya Koya, laying it up and in. Toya Koya, 4 in the quarter, 7 in the ball game. Charlie Patrick says, go JP. All right. 39-13, Mangum trailing here in this first half of play. And again, looking for their first points of the second quarter. Cross for a deep three, spins in and out. D'Angelo taps the ball, but Ketchum going to get it. Leighton off the window, that won't go down. Rebound in the middle of the floor. Jordan Patrick battling for it. Still comes up with it somehow between two defenders. Shot doesn't go, but he got fouled and will go to the line to shoot two. I don't know if anybody ever plays croquet anymore, but that's kind of what it looked like. As Jordan looked like he was the wicket, and the club was a couple of the Carnegie Wildcats. Somehow he came away with a wooden ball. Now going to go to the line to shoot two. First one on the way for Jordan does not go. Wow. It has been that kind of quarter for Mangum. No points in the period and 0 for 3 from the foul line. 3:04 left in the half. Second one on the way for Jordan, and this one goes in. So Patrick will make it 39-13. Inbounds pass, Taylor Martin. Martin coming across the timeline. He'll kick it into the front court to Toya Koya. Tyler, double team near the Mangum bench, puts it on the floor. He's got people all over him. And now we're going to get a jump ball call. Brooks Cross in there working hard. Well, the Carnegie folks behind us saying that Mangum was all over their player, and Toya Koya, according to Chad Hussey, threw an elbow. So the officials doing a great job. Nobody's happy with them. 2:45 left in the first half of play. Patrick in front of us. Jordan going to give it off to Tyler, or rather to Dickey. Dickey loses the ball, taken away on the run out by Cano. Andrew then underneath the basket gets cut off by Lamar James. Cano looking for help, and we'll get another jump ball. This time Leighton Ketchum will step in and tie him up. Henry Lopez going to come back in. 2:31 left in the half, 39-14. Dickey going to sit down. Colton Laughlin checks back in as well. And Brooks Cross will sit down. So get the 5 on the floor now for Mangum. Lamar James, Henry Lopez, Colton Laughlin, Leighton Ketchum, and Jordan Patrick. Tyler Toya Koya to Cano. Now in the corner, D'Angelo for 3. That shot won't go down. The rebound taken away by Laughlin. He'll bring it out to Lamar. James, dribble, drive, all the way to the window. Shot doesn't go down. Rebound tipped and tapped and taken away by Tyler Toya Koya. Now Cano coming across the timeline. Andrew in the corner, right side. He'll come to Takaford. Gerald Resets over the top to Toyokoya from the free throw line. He'll spin, shoot, and score. Tyler Toyokoya, 6 in the period, 9 in the ball game in the lead, 41-14. 1:55 and running in the first half of play. Lopez out in front of us. He'll come here on the near side to Layton. Catch him off the bounce, tries to go around Toyokoya, and Toyokoya just lays on him, pushes him away. But a good pass inside by Layton to Jordan Patrick, and Patrick will lay it up and in. First field goal of the second quarter for Mangum. It comes with a minute 45 left in the frame. They trail now 41-16. There's a steal and a run out. Lamar James out in front, giving chase Cano, Cano, and the shot no good. Battle for the rebound, and out of bounds. Last touch by Lamar. James really struggling from point blank range as he has missed 3 different times from inside. Are we working? Do we know? Okay. Inbounding the ball, Christian Piwo. Big fella going to bring it up across the timeline himself. Minute 20 left here in the first half of play. Piwo picked up by Jordan Patrick. He'll come to Martin. Taylor, little bounce pass inside. Now wide open underneath the basket. Great pass, D'Angelo over the top to Piwo, and he'll lay it up and in. And Piwo, big old fella, how do you miss him inside? Again, Lamar James going to go inside, shoot from point-blank range, and it won't go. Well, Lamar frustrated indeed. That's the 4th time he's had it deep inside, can't get it to go. Great steal there by Layton Ketchum. He'll come to Lopez out front. Henry had the ball popped away from behind, tracks it down in the corner at a reset now. Nope, D'Angelo with the steal. But Joey, he's so long. I mean, that's the thing that just makes him so tough. Kurt Graham, big smile on his face as he slowed down Joey. D'Angelo wanted to run, and Kurt Graham said, no, and Joey kind of gave him a look. Kirk says, I know. 30 seconds left in the first half. It's been a blitzkrieg bop by Carnegie. They lead 43-16. Piwo between the 2 circles. Looks inside for a cutter, but Carnegie holding for one here late in the first half of play. Again, the winner comes back and plays tomorrow afternoon at 3 against the winner of tonight's ball game between Hobart and Van Oss. Inside, we get a foul. Gerald Tockenfer. Frustration by a couple of Tigers. Could be on one of 2 guys. Let's see who they got it on. Lamar James will pick it up, and that'll be his first. And team foul number 6 called on Mangum. So to the free throw line, Gerald Tockenfer. And he'll shoot 2 on the afternoon, 5 of 6. Carnegie from the line. And we jinxed him. Shot no good. Tockenfer will get one more. Gerald with a dozen in the ball game. Jordan Patrick sitting down. Yes. Cano comes back in. Layton Ketchum coming in for Mangum. Piwo sitting down for Carnegie. 7.1 left here in the first half of play. Second free throw, Tockenfer gets it to go. So Gerald 1 of 2, and it's a 44-16 ball game. Laughlin, deep 3, off the iron, doesn't go. Rebound, Carnegie, half ends. And not too soon for head coach Chad Hussey and the Mangum Tigers. 44 on the board for Carnegie at the end of the first 16 minutes. 16 for Mangum. Kurt Graham asking why there wasn't a foul at the end of the first half of play against his guy. 44-16 at the half. Mangum trailing. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Tiger Basketball. Classic Hits 97.7.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring. Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, go Tigers.
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stone cutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit.
Well, we'll get it figured out yet. 44-16 at the half. Mangum trailing Carnegie. And the Wildcats outscoring the Tigers 23-13 in that first quarter of play. But then it was a 21-3 run in the second frame by Carnegie to open up that 44-16 margin. 44-16 our score at the half. Mangum trailing Carnegie here in this 2A Area 3 elimination bowl game at Southwestern Oklahoma State University in Weatherford. Check the scoring for the Wildcats in the first half of play. They were led by Gerald Tockefer. He had 13. And then 3 nines in the bowl game. Joey D'Angelo, Tristan Hanta, and Tyler Toyakoya each had 9 apiece in the first half of play. Christian Piwo added 4. And Carnegie 6 of 8 from the foul line. They lead it 44-16. Foul situation for Kirk Graham. They only committed 4 as a club, 2 apiece for Piwo and for Hanta. And again, at the half, it's a 44-16 ball game. Mangum trailing. Check the scoring for the Tigers. And Trey Dickey had 5 early on, but then it fell off quickly after that. Dickey with 5, 3 for Jordan Patrick. He scored all 3 points for Mangum in that second quarter. Henry Lopez with a pair. Brooks Cross has got 2. So does Chet McAlexander and Colton Laughlin. Mangum for the foul line, just 1 of 4 on the afternoon. Foul situation for Chad Hussey. He's got only 1 player with multiple fouls. That's Leighton Ketchum with 2. And again, Mangum trailing at the half, 44-16. This elimination bowl game in Weatherford. We'll take a timeout and come back and check other scores as we get ready for the second half of play between Mangum and Carnegie. The Classic Hits 97.7.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stone cutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a 4-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
All right, we're back at Southwestern Oklahoma State University at the half. Mangum trailing 44-16 as Carnegie leads it earlier today in Class B play. Quarterfinal matchup, Calumet ran their winning streak to 28 games as they bounced Lady from the postseason party. Calumet 64, Lady 57. That is a boys quarterfinal matchup in Class 2A play, a team that we saw earlier this year at the Tri-County Tournament. Luther leading Wellston at the half, 28-13, 28-13. That is a halftime score, and that is a boys game at the half. Duke and Payton, they don't have a score on that one posted yet. Earlier today, it was the Hollis Lady Tigers outlasting Rush Springs 45-40. Reagan Hightower's team raced out to an 11-0 lead. It was 4:35 left in the first quarter of play before Rush Springs scored. They chipped away, led at the end of led at the end of two, led at the end of three, but then Hollis got hot in that fourth quarter, specifically Alasia Stewart, and her club picks up the 5-point victory, 45-40 over Rush Springs. They come back and play tomorrow at 1:30, and they'll get the winner of our bowl game coming up a little bit later on this evening between Mangum and Cordell. Those two clubs will play for the second time this year. And then our coverage from Southwestern Oklahoma State University will end tonight as the Hobart Bearcats will do battle with in an elimination bowl game. They take on the Wolves of Van Nuys. So look forward to that. Two more games yet to come along the Fox Radio Network. And I'm glad to be able to bring it to you. Bianca Nicole Zuniga checking in and says, let's go Mangum Tigers, as they trail here at the intermission 44-16. Stick and stay. The second half is coming up. We invite you to join us here on Classic Hits 97.7.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
Great tasting hamburgers and Rex Chicken are the mainstays at Melvin's Drive-In in Mangum, but their menu includes so much more. And they're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 till 2, and Tuesday nights, 5 to 8. And now they cater, too. Enjoy Melvin's soon. Call 782-3711. New owners Steve and Susan Kyle.
By the way, if you can get me a score, go to Michael in the Morning, my Facebook page, and give me a score update on that Duke ball game with Payton as they play in the quarterfinals of the state tournament down there at UConn. Ball game that tipped off at 3 o'clock. Squirtle not keeping up to date with that ball game, so they should be about midway through that one. Duke and Payton. Go to my Facebook page, Michael in the Morning, and give me that score between those two ball clubs. If you've not liked my Facebook page, please do so, and make sure that you're a part of our morning show Monday through Fridays from 6 to 9 here on Classic Hits 97.7. 44-16, Carnegie in front of Mangum at the half. Second half is coming up. Stick and stay. Classic Hits 97.7.
Great tasting hamburgers and Rex Chicken are the mainstays at Melvin's Drive-In in Mangum, but their menu includes so much more. And they're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 till 2, and Tuesday nights, 5 to 8. And now they cater, too. Enjoy Melvin's soon. Call 782-3711. New owners Steve and Susan Kyle.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
333 Dental Care is an up-to-date dental practice operated by Dr. Dustin Lively and his team in Mangum, professionals who specialize in patient comfort. If you're apprehensive, feel fear or anxiety about dental procedures, know that Dr. Lively offers sedation dentistry, which involves using a sedative medication to help you feel more relaxed and calm during your visit. Call 333 Dental Care at 580-782-2552.
So Mangum will get the basketball to begin the third period of play, brought to us by 333 Dental. It'll be Jet McAlexander along with Trey Dickey, Colton Laughlin, Brett Perry, and the final member of that starting five, Brooks Cross for Mangum. Perry puts up the shot, doesn't get it to go. And the rebound grabbed by Cross, but Brooks was out of bounds. And it'll go back to Carnegie. Mangum in their road black uniforms with the gray numerals and the gray and orange trim. They matriculate on the right end of your listening and or viewing device. Wildcats in their home whites with the red numerals and the black and red trim. And Joey D'Angelo gets to start in the second half. He'll be joined by Christian Piwo, along with Tyler Toyakoya, who goes inside. Can't get the shot to go down. Battles for his own rebound. Got it. Puts it up among three defenders. Misses that one. And Colton Lotfa will clear it off. Christian Piwo and Tristan Hanta out there for Coach Kurt Graham as well. Cross inside, little spin move. Gets double teamed. Puts up the shot. Late whistle. Foul going to be called. And it'll go against Christian Piwo. That'll be his third. And team foul number 1 called on Carnegie in the second half of play. So the first free throw for Brooks goes up and in. Cross will get one more. Taylor Martin is coming to the ball game now, and Piwo will sit down with those 3 fouls. Cross with another free throw on the way, and it goes. So Brooks with 4 in the ball game, and Mangum trails 44-18. 7:10 left in the third period of play. Out high, Gerald Takafer goes inside to Toyakoya. Ball fake and over Cross, he'll score. Tyler now with 11, just too big, too strong inside. Minute gone by in the third. 6:55 and running here in this third period of play. 46-18. Long three there, doesn't go. And the rebound taken away by Joey D'Angelo. D'Angelo double teamed to the backcourt, and he'll simply work his way through it. D'Angelo, an excellent ball handler, comes up with the left hand around Laughlin, and Colton going to get called for a blocking foul. We were ready to break out the band and call the charge, but instead, that'll be Colton's second of the afternoon. And team number 1 called on Mangum in the second half, so Joey D'Angelo will go to the line to shoot 2. D'Angelo getting a pair here. First one on the way for Joey is good. D'Angelo will get one more. Joey D'Angelo. 10 in the ball game now for D'Angelo. Second one on the way, good. D'Angelo made them both. He's got 11. Matty Hanta, D'Angelo says, let's go Wildcats. Lexi Knoll says, fight Tigers. Checking us out on OKSports.tv and also on Facebook Live. Foul out high. Grab going to be called on one of the Wildcats. And who did they ticket on this one? I thought it might be on Tyler Toyakoya. It is. Number 1 on Toyakoya. And number 2 called on Carnegie in the second half. Toyakoya going to set down, and Austin Willis will come back in. 6:29 left in the third. 48-18, 30-point ball game. Cross off the bounce, shot blocked away. Willis went up with him and said, get that stuff out of here. Back the other way, Tristan Hanta. Hanta over the top to D'Angelo. Joey between the two circles, comes back to Hanta. 6:10 left here in the third period of play. Tristan will find Martin up top. Now he'll reset to Takafer. Gerald to D'Angelo for 3, and Joey knocking it down. 5 in the quarter, 14 in the ball game for D'Angelo, and that makes it a 51-18 ball game. 5:50 left in the third. Perry kicks cross. Brooks line drive 3. Front of the iron doesn't go, and the rebound taken away by Gerald Takafer as he blocked down nicely. He'll go to D'Angelo. D'Angelo now a little hesitation step, leaves it for Hanta between the two circles, picked up by McAlexander. Tristan looks for help inside, nothing there. He'll come here on the near side. D'Angelo, deep 3, and it goes. And suddenly it's as big as the ocean. The basket I'm talking about for Joey D'Angelo. Back-to-back threes, and that'll make it 54-18. Timeout taken by Chad Hussey. Mangum trails 54-18. 5:29 left in the third. Classic hits 97.7. All right, we'll keep it right here as Mangum trails 54-18. Timeout taken there by Chad Hussey, going to be his third of the afternoon. Still 2 full timeouts remaining. Don't want to put the horse before the cart, but if you're Kurt Graham, at some point, you got to think to yourself, all right, I'm going to come back and play another game tomorrow at 3 o'clock. How long do I go with my starters before I start clearing the bench and give them a chance to rest up in anticipation of that bowl game coming up tomorrow afternoon? Meantime, we've got 2 more games coming your way tonight here on Classic Hits 97.7 and on all of our Facebook pages, as it will be Mangum taking on Cordell in a girls' contest. The winner will come back and play tomorrow at, 1:30 against Hollis. Hollis earlier today winning 45-44, or 45-40, I should say, over Rush Springs. So out of the timeout, Mangum with the ball. It's Brooks Cross trying to go inside. Ball going to be tipped away by Tristan Hanta. We talk about how big Toya Koya is. Hanta is a horse as well. Wide open underneath the basket. Look at that pass by Hanta to Austin Willis for an easy two. 56-18. 3 minutes gone by here in the third. Brett Perry attacks the glass. He'll get fouled and will go to the line to shoot two. So Piwo picks up the personal. And that'll be the third of the afternoon called on Carnegie. Perry, free throw line. Shot goes in. Brett will get one more. That's the first point of the ball game for Brett Perry. Well, I'm understanding now that the ball game has not started for Payton and Duke. And changed that foul. It was Austin Willis who picked it up, and not Piwo. So the first on Willis. Back on the other end. Hanta with a sweet move inside, and Trista in double figures now. Tristan with 11. 58-20. And they're just simply relentless from Carnegie. You watch this team, there's a carry. Oh no, they called a blocking foul instead on Colton Laughlin. That'll be 3 now on Colton. Team foul number 2 in the second half called on Mangum. 58-20, inbounds pass, knocked out of bounds. It'll still be Carnegie basketball. 4:33 left here in the third. As we mentioned, 2 more games coming up tonight. Richard Kearney and the Mangum Lady Tigers taking on Jana Rogers and the Cordell Lady Blue Devils. That one starts at 6:30. Reach-in foul going to be called on Colton Laughlin. And on Laughlin now, that's suddenly 4 fouls. Team foul number 3 on Mangum in the second half. And then Hobart and Vanoss tonight. Henry Lopez going to come into the ball game now for Mangum. So we understand they've not started that ball game over there at UConn between Payton and Duke boys quarterfinal matchup. Into the ball game, Caden Adkins, and Adkins hearing it from the fans, and the official looked at him and said, boy, they really like you, huh? Brooks Cross going to commit a foul. That'll go against Taylor Martin, and Martin will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul on Brooks is second, and team foul number 4 called on Mangum. So at the free throw line, a couple of free throws now for the big fellow, Austin Willis. Willis first, rolls in. Willis, nice touch for a big guy. And Austin will get one more. It has amazed me over the years, and I've been in Western Oklahoma for the last 30 years, and I've had the opportunity to call several Carnegie games. The talent that school has year in and year out, it is just phenomenal. Perry now back the other way after the missed shot. He'll go to Henry. Lopez from point-blank range. Shot won't go down, and Willis will get the rebound. And back the other way comes Carnegie. Walking it across the timeline, Joey D'Angelo. D'Angelo into the front court, and he'll come to Martin. Taylor, near side, leaves it for Christian Tockefer. Tockefer to Willis, out on the right side, now between the 2 circles. First touch of the afternoon for Adkins. 3:45 left here in the third. It's been brought to you by 333 Dental. Mangum down 59-20 here in this third quarter. Martin went airborne, nowhere to go with the ball, and it's taken away by Jet McAlexander. McAlexander on a pogo stick, down the other way. He'll go to Henry, and Lopez comes up well short, as you can hear from the fans from Carnegie. Wildcats now going to walk it across the timeline. 3:20 left here in the third. Into the front court. Adkins at the timeline. Andrew Cano set to come in at the next dead ball. We'll get it right now as D'Angelo misses everything. Ball goes out of bounds on the 3 ball attempt. So Adkins will set down. Nope, it'll be Tockefer who sets down. And back into the ball game comes Andrew Cano. Also setting down will be Taylor Martin. As back into the ball game comes Tyler Toyokoya. Cano, Toyokoya. Piwo, who's come back in. Hanta. And Atkins out on the floor for Carnegie. Brooks Cross, Brett Perry, Henry Lopez, Jet McAlexander, and Trey Dickey for Mangum. 3-ball dialed up here by Perry, doesn't get it to go. Henry battling for the rebound, can't hold on to it. And back the other way comes Carnegie. Christian Piwo will walk it across the timeline. 2:40 left here in this third quarter of play. And you know that Jeff Tompkins and Hobart watching this one intently. And it's going inside, muscling one home. Tyler Toya-Koya. 13 in the ball game now for Toya-Koya. And it's 61-20. And this one is so far out of hand right now that Kurt Graham's smiling there on the bench, and that is not usual for that young man. 3-ball dialed up here, no good. Good rebound, though, by McAlexander. And Jet will reset. That's a double dribble. Yeah. He knew it, too. Jet wanted to make a pass, changed his mind and held on to the ball, and then dribbled again. McAlexander will set down, and into the ball game comes Lamar James. 61-20. 2 minutes left in the third quarter of play. 41-point ball game, and I don't think anybody expected this. Hands up at the free throw line. He'll go inside with a strong move. Shot didn't fall down. The rebound taken away by Cross. Brooks gonna go out front. Dickey. Trey gets it and puts it up and in. Trey Dickey. 7 now for Trey Dickey. Great pass. Cross to Perry and then to Dickey. 61-22. 1:35 left in the third. Toya-Koya inside, working hard on Cross, and Brooks will knock it out of bounds. Kurt Graham says, wasn't there a foul there? 5:48 left in the first. Duke and Payton are tied at 4 apiece. And just gotten underway at UConn. 90 seconds left here in the third. And it's a 61-22 ball game. Mangum on the short end of the stick. And unless they can come up with a comeback for the ages, their season will come to an end. And Carnegie will live to see another day, playing tomorrow afternoon at 3 against the winner of tonight's ball game between Hobart and Vanoss. 61-22. Carnegie with the ball and the lead. Here on the near side, Hanta. He'll set and fire a 3 and knock it down. Why not? Tristan Hanta. 4 in the quarter and 15 on the ball game for the big fella. And now Mangum trailing by a score of 64-22. Now Mangum will get a 3-point opportunity here. Christian Piwo now has picked up his 4th. And that'll be 4 on Carnegie in the second half. 3-point opportunity for Brooks Cross. 54.8 left in the third. Brooks, 4 in the quarter, 6 in the ball game. Cross, free throw good, Brooks Cross. So Cross, 3 for 3 from the line. Mangum trailing 64-25. Tristan Hanta, no look pass inside to Cano. Ball bobbled. There to get it is Willis. Resets to Hanta. 3 more. Tristan shot won't go. Putback won't fall for Andrew Cano, but a foul will be called. And I believe Andrew's going to go to the free throw line to shoot too. Let's see. He will. Call the foul on Cross. On Brooks, that'll be number 2. And the 5th of the afternoon called on Mangum. Chet McAlexander will come back in after the first of 2. Also, Gerald Tockefer set to come in. First free throw, no good. Cano will get one more. Also checking in for the Wildcats, Joey D'Angelo, as Piwo and Hanta set down for the Wildcats. Second free throw on the way here, and Cano will hit it. So Andrew, 1 of 2. And he'll make it a 65-25 ball game. 35 seconds left in the third. Third quarter is always brought to us by 333 Dental. Speaking of threes, there's one on the way for Lopez. Doesn't go. Cross with the rebound. Put back, and it falls in for Brooks Cross. Working hard late in this third quarter of play. He was fouled on that shot by Taylor Martin. Well, they called it on Willis instead. And that'll be the 2nd of the afternoon on Austin. And the 5th on Weatherford's, on Carnegie. Free throw no good for Cross. Rebound cleared off by the Wildcats. 20 seconds left in the third. They'll hold for one, leading 65-27. Off the bounds, Cano. Will come to D'Angelo. Now on the right side, a little give and go out high. Cano, good job of running the weave here. Lamar James going to tip the ball out of bounds. Oh, they called a foul on him. Been that kind of afternoon for Lamar. Yes, he had 4 opportunities inside of that first half of play and couldn't get him to go down, and thought he had a steal there and got called for a foul instead. Inbounds pass, Joey D'Angelo. 5 seconds left in the third period of play. D'Angelo off the bounce, going to go inside. Didn't put up the shot. I don't think he realized that there were scant seconds left in the quarter. 65-27, we go to the fourth. Carnegie on top, Classic Hits, 97.7.
333 Dental Care is an up-to-date dental practice operated by Dr. Dustin Lively and his team in Mangum, professionals who specialize in patient comfort. If you're apprehensive, feel fear or anxiety about dental procedures, know that Dr. Lively offers sedation dentistry, which involves using a sedative medication to help you feel more relaxed and calm during your visit. Call 333 Dental Care at 580-782-2552.
Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
We head to the fourth quarter of play, and Mangum trailing 65-27. Carnegie with the basketball. The fourth quarter brought to us by Great Plains Bank. And Andrew Cano out there for Carnegie. Puts up a shot, doesn't get it to go. Cano winds up with the basketball on a reset now for the Wildcats. Off the bounce, here comes Gerald Tockefer. He'll kick it to D'Angelo. Joey, dribble, drive, goes inside Willis, off the window, and 2 more for Austin. He's got 5. Colton Laughlin now back the other way. Laughlin from 10, shot off the front of the rim, didn't get it to go. Cross tries to get the rebound, can't hold on, and it'll be Wildcat basketball. Now Payton leading Duke 8-6 as they play in period number 1 over at UConn. Ball lost underneath the basket. Did we get a foul, or ball just goes out of bounds? And I believe they said it's going to be, why not, Carnegie basketball. A little bit of confusion there, but the officials sorted it out. Inbounds pass, and the big fella scores 2 more. This time it's Austin Willis. Willis now back-to-back buckets, 7 in the ball game. Mangum trailing 69-27. Minute gone by in the fourth quarter of play. Foul out high. And I think they called it on Joey D'Angelo. They did. First on D'Angelo. And team number 6 called on Carnegie. Tim Lewis is coming to the ball game. Lewis hearing it from the Carnegie fans. As the Wildcats in control here, and Lewis comes up with a loose basketball. Into the front court, he'll find Tockefer. Gerald had the 3, and the fans wondering why he didn't take the shot, but I think Kurt Graham has said, we're going to pull things out, back off just a little bit. He knows that they will come back and play tomorrow against either Hobart or Van Oss. D'Angelo for a long 3, doesn't get it to go, but nobody picks up Tockefer, and Gerald lays it up and in. D'Angelo, Tockefer, Hanta, and Toyakoya all in double figures this afternoon. Colton Laughlin going to go inside. Scoop shot won't go down, and it's been that kind of day for Mangum. They have had great looks at the rim all day long and simply cannot get the ball to go in. They get a foul across the way, I believe, on Cross, and it will be on Brooks. 3rd of the ball game on Brooks, 7 now on Mangum, so we'll get a 1-and-1 for Carnegie. A couple of substitutions. Henry Lopez going to come back into the ball game. Trey Dickey sitting down. Tockefer shooting two, and that won't count. Get a lane violation here. Austin Willis. So on the 1-and-1, Willis too quickly into the lane. So Mangum will get it back. We'll check the 5 on the floor. Brett Perry along with Colton Laughlin, Jetnick Alexander, Henry Lopez, and Brooks Cross. 71-27, 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. McAlexander on the give and go. Wraparound pass going to be taken away by Tristan Hanta. And again, Hanta an opportunity to run, but under explicit instructions just to run clock each possession. Taylor Martin out high. We go back to Hanta, now Willis. 5:40 left for the ball game. So we will bid adieu to the basketball season. There's a steal by Laughlin. Colton with a run out. He'll dribble, drive, look around, throw up the shot from 10, and roll it in. Colton Laughlin. Laughlin with his first 2. Janie Buck telling us that Duke and Peyton score. Thank you, Janie, for passing that along. We appreciate that. Say hi to Marcia Davis Brooks as well, checking us out on Facebook Live and OKSports.tv. 71-29. Good defense there. Henry Lopez. He'll tie up. Taylor Martin will get a jump ball. And the arrow going to point the way of Mangum. Basketball season will come to an end for the Tigers. We'll begin. We're going to take about a week off once basketball season ends and then start to take a look at what we're going to do with our softball and baseball season. But I know we're looking forward to baseball at Mangum. Yes, there are some talented kids. One of those, Colton Laughlin, that puts the shot up inside, can't get it to go, and the rebound going to be taken away by the Wildcats. They want to run into the front court. But the baseball team, Casey Kroom, the new baseball coach, and looking forward to having a little fun. Run out here, and Brett Perry can't get the shot to go down. Martin gets knocked around, and got a conversation. Hanta and Laughlin getting after one another pretty good. And the official slowing things down. I think Tristan took a shot to the chops. Got a chest, testing his dental work there. They have gone to the second quarter now, and Peyton in front of Duke, 13-9. It's the first quarter, or at the end of the first quarter. Gone to the second, 13-9. Duke trailing Peyton in a Class B quarterfinal matchup at UConn. By the way, Hanta setting down, still working the teeth a little bit as he and Laughlin got tangled up. 4:30 left of the ball game. Fourth quarter brought to us by Great Plains Bank. And there's a wide open lane and an easy 2 there for Taylor Martin. Martin thought it was warm-up practice there. McAlexander back the other way, and his shot going to get swatted from behind by Austin Willis. 73-29. And if you are the Mangum Tigers, this one cannot end soon enough. Don't forget now, we've got 2 more games coming up this evening here on Classic Hits 97.7 and on the Fox Radio Network. Also on our Facebook pages and OKSports.tv as Mangum Lady Tigers will do battle with Cordell in an elimination bowl game, with the winner returning and playing tomorrow at 1:30 against Hollis. Hollis earlier today coming from behind to beat Rush Springs 45-40. Line drive 3 here. Front of the iron didn't go for Cano, and the rebound taken away by Perry. Brett over the top to Cross. And a reach-in foul going to be called on Andrew Cano. That'll be his first. And team foul number 7 on the Wildcats. And so a 1-1 now for Brooks Cross. So substitutions now. Skylar Scott into the ball game for Mangum. Jordan Patrick will come in if Brooks Cross hits both free throws. Front end on the way for Brooks. Rolls in. Cross will get one more. Brooks in double figures with 10. But again, the winner of Hollis, or rather the winner of Cordell and Mangum tonight, comes back and plays Hollis tomorrow at 1:30. Cross hits the second. And now he will be replaced by Jordan Patrick. Timeout going to be taken as well. 3:28 left of the ball game. 73-31. Mangum trailing Carnegie. Classic Hits 97.7.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
3:28 left in this one, 73-31. It is Carnegie out in front of Mangum, and the Carnegie cheerleaders just came over in front of us, and I was talking about the fact that it was kind of an Olivia Newton-John game early on. Let's get physical. The youngsters are wearing T-shirts that say just that, let's get physical, and they're all brightly colored. So Olivia Newton-John alive and well here in 2019. For those of you not old enough, Google it. Now going to be called on Skylar Scott. And on Skylar, that'll be his first. Team foul number 8. 3:01 left in the ball game. Great Plains Bank bringing you the fourth quarter. Andrew Cano's first free throw is good. Cano will get one more. Levi Hicks is coming to the ball game now for the Wildcats. Second free throw on the way here, and it goes in for Andrew Cano. So Cano with 3 points and all from the foul line. Leighton Ketchum back in for Mangum. Jackson Ward are going to come in for the for the Tigers. Yes, both coaches now clearing their benches. Carnegie getting 4 of their 5 starters in double figures here this afternoon. 3-ball dialed up Jordan Patrick. Shot won't go down. The rebound going to be taken away by the Wildcats. 2:45 left of the ball game. Oh, a catch and a shot by Austin Willis, all in one motion. 9 now in the ball game for Willis, and he's closing in on double figures. We get a hold out high. It'll go against Levi Hicks. It'll be his first. 8 on Carnegie. Chet McAlexander will go to the free throw line. I tell you, one of the things that always impressed me about Carnegie was how well they travel. And they've got a great crowd on here this afternoon. Their student section, and it's a good one too. I mean, they do a good job. You got to give them credit. McAlexander fronted in the 1-on-1 doesn't go, and the rebound going to be taken away by Carnegie. 77-31. 2:25 left of the season for Mangum boys basketball team, and it's been a good one in the first year for Chad Hussey. Or second year, isn't it? Yeah, the second year of Chad Hussey. 3-second violation going to be called on the Wildcats. I know it's not the way that Chad wanted the season come to an end. I know coach wants to get their lips beat off in the last game of the year. Trailing here 77-31. Skylar Scott coming into the front court. But you got to give credit to Carnegie. They're an excellent basketball team. Lopez for 3. Shot won't go, and rebound going to be cleared off by the Wildcats. So they'll live to see another day. And a little give and go inside. Shot wouldn't fall down. Putback rolls around the rim, doesn't fall. And coming over the loose basketball, Leighton Ketchum for Mangum. Jordan Patrick going to get his first 2 of the ball game. Yeah, I say that's his 5th points of the ball game. I'm sorry. So Jordan with 5, and it's 77-33. Minute 25 remaining. Fun group of kids, seniors that we like as well. One of those, Brooks Cross, he moved to Mangum, and it said a lot about the kids from Mangum. They accepted him, and he fit right in. I mean, there was a lot of times kid will move into an area, and especially when you talk about a small school the size of Mangum, and guys have known one another forever, and guy moves in, suddenly he's a starter, and maybe some jealousy and animosity, and not these kids. They're great kids. Brooks a great kid, and they just fit in quite well and fit in nicely and naturally. And as we're saying that, Jordan Patrick knocks out another shot. Patrick now with 5 in the quarter and 8 on the ball game. And an update, Duke now in front of Payton 18-17 in that first half of play. 18-17 Duke in front of Payton. 30 seconds left in this one. Ketchum tried to come up with a loose basketball, couldn't get it done. Carnegie. And everybody wanting the extras to shoot, not doing it. Henry Lopez got to get his money worth as he'll commit a foul and send a Wildcat to the free throw line to shoot three. First on Lopez, 9 on Mangum. So 3 free throws here, 77-36. Fourth quarter has been brought to us by Great Plains Bank. First free throw, no good for Cameron. He'll get 2 more. Jet McAlexander, one of those seniors that they will say goodbye to on the basketball team. And Jet always been one of those young men that has always been very respectful. Known him for a long time. I remember watching him in Little League down at the Out the City Gymnasium, and a fierce competitor, but always polite, always respectful. And certainly as a teenager, it's not something you always find, especially in young men that are testosterone filled, but Jet certainly fits into that category. Scott now shooting a 3, and Scott now playing to the crowd as they chant air ball as he missed the shot. 79-36 your final score. Carnegie wins it. They'll advance and play tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock in another elimination bowl game. 79-36 your final. Back with your totals after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
Well, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. And today, Mangum was certainly the bug as they ran into a windshield called Carnegie. They like to refer to themselves as Hoop City. They certainly were here this afternoon, winning by a final score of 79-36. Brooks Cross led Mangum in the loss. He had 11, 9 in the ball game for Trey Dickey, 8 for Jordan Patrick. Give 2 to Brett Perry and 2 to Henry Lopez. From the free throw line, Mangum 8 of 13. But it was a blitzkrieg bop by Carnegie. They outscored Mangum 21-3 in that second period of play, and really that set the tone. And they win it again, 79-36. 17 in the ball game for Joey D'Angelo, 15 for Gerald Takafer, 14 Tristan Hanta. Tyler Toyokoya had 13 in the win, 9 for Austin Willis. Give 4 to Christian Piwo. And then 3 for Andrew Cano, Taylor Martin with 2, and 2 for Cameron as well. And again, your final score, 79-36. Carnegie 14 of 19 from the foul line. So the afternoon session has finished here in Weatherford. Carnegie and Hollis staying alive. 2 more games coming up tonight. Mangum and Hobart featured in those. The Lady Tigers will get Cordell in a ball game that tips off at 6:30, and you'll listen to it here on Classic Hits 97.7. And then it'll be Hobart and Van Oss in a boys contest with the winners advancing and coming back and playing Hollis and Carnegie respectively tomorrow. So for our producer engineer, that'd be the lovely and talented Dylan Fox. I'm Michael in the morning. We're back at 6:20 for Mangum and Cordell here on Classic Hits 97.7.